So one of my deep passions is to help those who are in the marketplace understand that the nature of the work that they do is a part of God healing and redeeming the creation. If you live in New York and you're on the 405 train, this is your life. And you're on the train headed downtown to go to work, and you are ecstatic because you are about to get off the train on Canal Street and walk into a building and sit down at a desk. You are about to engage in the activity of expanding and honoring and ennobling human dignity. How awesome is that? I'm making a case that business as business actually serves a social justice function by virtue of the nature of what business actually does. I think in order for these ideas to get real traction, it's going to require God's people to think radically differently about the nature of their own vocations. For example, this will mean that for Christians, work will not be an end, it'll be a means to something greater and better. This means that work in and of itself is not about one's own advancement in terms of career, that it's not about being someone who's impressive to their friends or family. It's not necessarily about being self-actualized in your work. It's not really about you becoming this really awesome person. It actually is a means of seeing that other people flourish. But the Christian tradition wants to orient the church, orient God's people toward thinking about work as primarily service. Work in the service of humanity. 1 Peter 4:10, each of you should use whatever gift you have received to serve others as faithful stewards of God's grace in its various forms. So as Christians, we have an opportunity to have a prophetic witness to the marketplace, that we can bring this understanding that the marketplace is primarily a place that blesses others, that our prophetic witness is one that invites people to not see their vocations as a means of self-actualization, but as a means of caring and loving the other, loving and caring about their neighbor. And that the work that we do is for the purpose of providing opportunities for other people to unlock their dignity and their humanity. That's something unique that we can offer to the marketplace that no one else can. And we should do that with great excitement and enjoyment. The marketplace is the space that is the most powerful weapon against injustice. Because the only long-term solution to poverty is sustainable job creation and development. When I think about justice, I'm thinking about it in terms of sustaining context so that human beings are treated according to what it means to bear the image of God. So if the church gets traction on this idea of the marketplace at Shalom, exciting possibilities are on the horizon for the church. It will mean, for example, that the church will be a place where every vocation is celebrated, that we won't have distinctions in our churches between really awesome vocations and simply vulgar or sort of merely proletariat vocations, that we won't have distinctions in the church between sort of professional class and working class, that we'll celebrate all vocations, that the janitor and the nurse is just as impressive as the attorney and the hedge fund manager, because they all have opportunities to participate in the spreading of Shalom. So then who leads the culture in job creation with a divine calling to do so? Well, I argue that in fact it is entrepreneurs and marketplace leaders. That it is an extremely high calling to be a marketplace leader. It's a weighty responsibility because you are bringing peace and justice to the world. by creating and sustaining opportunities for people to be employed, by creating and sustaining opportunities for people to be humanized within the context of their work, for you to use your creativity to make your workspace, your company, your business, your community thrive within the context of creating opportunities for more and more employment, actually humanizes people, because this is the basis, not just for stable society, but for the basis of establishing family. So do it with profound, almost reckless abandon in terms of intensity, because you're not simply just starting a business. You're not simply sort of meeting needs in the marketplace. You're providing opportunities for people to experience their full humanity. That you are facilitating shalom in your community. That you are facilitating justice and mercy. That you are putting an end to injustice. That you are putting an end to the sorts of things that undermine the flourishing of individuals and their families. So please, 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 do this and do it really, really well. So we ask questions like, well, okay, now what? What's the so what? What am I supposed to do with all this content? Well, think about it this way. What if you were to go into work, to go into your office, and to sit down and to think, first and foremost, that what you're about to do is going to be a blessing to someone else. And to not only do it, to think about your tasks that way, but also talk with your coworkers about that, and to encourage and to persuade and to celebrate the fact that, guess what? The work that we're doing, although we may not be able to see it, is actually helping someone else. So it's not for us, it's not thank God it's Friday. For us, it's thank God it's Monday. Because on Monday morning, you get to wake up and get dressed and leave your house, and you get to participate in the flourishing of your business, which contributes to the flourishing of your community, and by extension, more and more people are able to experience, when it's done in a virtuous way, what it means to be truly human.